babbling, will you?
She dances though the fields are full, her hair is red as roses. But when she walked the fields were bare, soon she went to Moses. Oh.
We are starting the rehearsals for the Lenanshee project. So we've got the full cast together for the first time, which is exciting and rather terrifying, but brilliant, because you can see the sort of scale of the project. Yeah. I think the key thing is when you get a company together, it's just about saying hello. And I know that seems a very simplistic thing to do, but even in professional company, you know, the hello is implicit, and that actually takes time. And I think a lot of that is just very simple shaking of hands, you know, pointing your toes towards the other person you're speaking to, and acknowledging that we all, you know, we recognise faces and we say, oh, hello, you're in the company, you know. That's a really important thing. That's how we make theatre. We become a company or a troupe of actors or a troupe of people that make a piece of theatre.
She went to Moses.
Richard's story was, I mean, it was very much a sort of a story for you to read, which was fantastic. But I think the job of an adapter, particularly a stage adapter, is to take something like that, and you might have to invent new characters, a whole new scenes and stuff like that, but make it a piece of drama, narrative drama with build and a bit of suspense. But yeah, Richard gave us the original story, and then I sort of turned that into a play.
It's Battle Baywatch. Okay, Battle Baywatch.
Everybody will come together eventually and work together. So it's a meeting of all different people with different skill levels, different abilities, and discipline is crucial to that, actually. In this morning's workshop, I was working very much on that, how to work silently and to see how efficient in a way we can be to get things done, to then allow the participants to express themselves. And there is a high level of discipline required for that. People get easily distracted. But you could see these bunch really did well. And I was working on the potential for a battle sequence that we're going to do, which will then go into slow motion, which requires a lot of strength and coordination and concentration.
You don't just put on a musical in a day. You know, it's going to take intense rehearsals, intense tuition in the different creative arts areas. And I suppose at the end of it, you want to turn around and say, you know, I could write a book about each and every individual student involved and just explain how the creative arts, how the rehearsals, how the entire Lenanshee concept has changed the lives for the better for each and every student.
I mean, I'm hoping to learn something as well. I think it's a two-way street. If you observe, you know, you teach, but you observe as you're teaching. And so, yeah, hopefully we'll all come out the richer from it.
The children from Foyleview School who have been identified as having profound and multiple learning difficulties are participating in the Lenanshee production. Because the children in my class and some of other classes within the school have such profound and significant needs, it's a very specialist programme that needs to be set up in order to help them engage and communicate and be actively involved in the world around them. And it is about us bringing the world to them in whatever way we can. What the children are actually involved in is going on a journey to a very special, magical place. And the magical places, one is the hydro pool within the school, which was an absolutely stunning experience for everybody. The responses from the children were quite amazing. And the combination of the music, the sensory activities, the singing, the heat of the water, the bubbles, and all the tactile experiences that the children were getting in the water resulted in some wonderful responses.
project of this size, you realise a lot of it. It's like mobilising an army. Even sort of breaking it down to go, what do we rehearse next? Because although it seems like a long period of time, we're only rehearsing for 2 or 3 hours a day. So if you add up that actual time, we've got about 1.5 working days a week. And learning music takes time. So that's going to be the big challenge of the piece: getting the music into their head and then staging it very, very quickly.
I auditioned back in May, and I got a letter this summer saying I got it. I got in. And we've been rehearsing since about 2 weeks ago. I'm a part of three gossips. So I have them lines. We still have to split them lines yet. To be part of a big project like this is really exciting. It's basically people getting to know each other. And just to know that you're not that different.
I broke my foot really, really badly on my last job. And yeah, it just I've never broken anything or had mobility issues my entire life, and I'm a really fast walker, and it's my favourite hobby, just to walk. And you just realise the things you take for granted. I had a mobility scooter for a short time, and there was just hundreds of places I couldn't physically get into because there were steps. You just realise what a sort of inhospitable place the world can be for someone who has. I'm very lucky, this is not going to be for the rest of my life. But it does, even the way people look at you in the street, it's completely radicalised the way I think about it.
I've met loads of new friends here from Thornhill and Foyle, but then especially from Belmont and Foyleview College. They're really talented kids from there as well. I've been given the role of the Queen of the Banshee, and basically she comes in near the end and tells the court and the fairy girl and boy that they can love if only she lays down her powers.
I've been doing different movements and different different walks, doing silent walk and a quiet walk, and different moving with my hands, more or less dancing and singing. Personally, I think they have spun it a bit, but they haven't spun it as well yet. It's not yet. I'm still confused about it, but it would take time. It would take time to get the hang of it. I've been looking forward to being on the stage and just express myself. They get the part and do a good part, and just look forward to it. Just to get on stage and have a good performance.
And I love my friends, and I love my sister, my mum, my dad. I want myself to be a star. A real star.
And action.
Well, today we are in week 4 of rehearsals, and the boys and the girls have been separated. The girls are working on a song, and the boys are working on a tree workshop, which is involving a lot of physical theatre, learning new techniques to bring the forest scene to life.
This seems like in the laundry chorus where all the laundry people are doing their laundry, and then the main gossips are bringing up the topic of saying that the boy is stealing, but he's not.
So where do we all find this out?
So then it's on this page of it, and it just says Mrs. Doherty's standing up for the main boy, but then the gossip's saying no, he actually is stealing, and then all the laundry chorus then all decide she's right, and they all decide to ambush the wee boy.
Ambush? It's my name.
In the sort of professional rehearsal room, you have a certain, you have a way of working. You arrive at 9 o'clock, you work to 5 o'clock, you have stage managers, you have a big vast team of people building a set somewhere else, and a musical director. And this is a little bit more, hands on, let's just make a big piece of theatre that we're all really, really proud of and love. And not to mention, you're dealing with some children who have special difficulties with, even learning. reading and writing, never mind throwing a piece of music in front of people. So we all have to carry each other through it, which I think that's what makes it unique, but also it's the biggest challenge.
You enjoying this?
It's great, have fun. What about you? What are you playing?
I'm a gossip.
It's great.
What are you?
I'm the Queen of Banshees.
Nice, that's a lot of fun.
Seriously, for fun too.
It really is.
It's great.
We're going to do the nun scene with the orphans today and the stained glass windows. So the idea is to put the whole thing together. You know the way when we did it last time? I think it needs to be much more energy, much more, and you really need to sculpt your body. It's a scene where they're about to enter the church, so I workshop the stained glass window, which is carried on different kind of poles. So we create a stained glass window in sort of abstract form, and then the nuns come rushing on, dragging the unwilling orphans into early mass. And so it's singing, there's a lot of sort of drama in it, and then the sort of visual. So we've workshopped these things individually, and now the idea is to put them together and really get the energy up. And at this point in time, Conor and myself are really pushing for it. Let's show us, I say in the business, APP, as per performance.
So Laura, how do you think the rehearsals went today?
It's really fun. My favourite bit is when when the nuns drag you. I think it's so fun.
I know, it's amazing.
I enjoy the bit when we have to run through the stained glass window. I love that. That's my best. That's so fun. Yeah. I like the slide through when he goes back in the stained glass window. Well, you do know that's not going to happen. But the start bit was quite fun, all the warm-ups and all. That's really fun as well. Yeah, just to get you warmed up. So Dara, how do you think it's going? Good. My favourite bit's the bit when the nuns have to drag you. That's really fun.
That's like the best bit.
Yeah.
I can suffer no more.
I think when you start making a piece of theatre, you have to always go in saying it's going to be the best thing ever. But I think this has the possibility to be the best thing ever because of the scale of it, and because we want to do something really exciting with the venue. So it's a theatrical experience as opposed to sort of just a bog standard piece of theatre or a musical.
Okay, so you're going to go on first, and you're going to pull the washing line.
Conor's not here today. I know. I wonder why he's not here today for.
I think it's because his leg is in hospital.
I hope he's alright.
I
think he has to stay overnight.
I hope he's alright.
You two should be the gossips, not me.
We're at week 5 of the rehearsal process. I'm smiling, I'm still smiling, and we're very excited, but we're a little bit frightened because our director, who's had the ongoing issue of the foot injury, is not with us tonight. He's in hospital. So it's all hands on deck. Mira's in the background doing the choreography. I've even had to step in and do a little bit of assistant director. Pupils from Foyelview who don't normally deal very well with change are coping extremely well. So I think at this point it's worth reflecting on how far the pupils have come.
Yeah, we're getting there. So bit by bit there are things really coming together, and I'm really pleased with some of the work we did this week. I did a sort of entrance solo for a tree, believe it or not, for the forest, and I think it's going to be very beautiful.
We're all from Studio 47, and it's been a great experience coming all the way from Buncrana and being in the musical, and it seems to be going well. We're all pretty excited, a bit nervous at the same time, but we're really looking forward to it.
Oh, hello. My name's Corey O'Connor and I'm a paper seller in the Lenanshee musical.
How did that tree move all by itself, mister? Just eat the fruit. Magic, witchcraft, fairy folk. That's why. Don't eat it, it's poison.
So listen, is your leg okay?
Yeah, I was in hospital for, I think it was 3 days, but it just infected. So I just had to get it treated, but it's starting fine, I think.
It's good we've got scene 12, town meeting. I loved what you did with the paper and stuff. I think that's really good.
Yeah, we've done that.
Battle is pretty much in good nick.
Yeah.
We'll have it with music next time.
We've got
I mean, they need
props.
to work. Yeah, they need to work a bit more on their slow-mo and stuff like that.
It's just counts. Once they have the music, it's just the counts.
Yeah.
To actually take them through all that stuff.
So the conductor's coming today. That's
Daniel,
brilliant.
yes,
Daniel.
he's arriving. He's come the whole way from England. He's super talented, and actually, I think this is a really important point about the piece because of the music promise. We've got young Alex, who's here now being sort of repetiteur and really, in a sense, the musical director from this point onwards, and Daniel, who is going to conduct. And those guys are both in their 20s and both need a shot, and this is a great experience, in terms of legacy and stuff like this.
It's part of the Music Promise. This is the biggest funded project in the Music Promise, and it'll be staged in November. And what we're trying to do is showcase to the public that students with learning disabilities can be taught brilliantly. They can learn so many different skills through the medium of drama, dance, art, music. And we want to just really educate the public and change public's perception all about these brilliant individuals and what they can achieve. And so it's going to be a celebration of showcase and talent and ability.
See, since we've joined the Lenanshee, I think, them two boys, Corey and Keelan, they have really came on well at the rehearsals and doing the dance moves and doing music with Conor Mitchell, and I think they've really come out of their shell and their self-esteem, and they're so patient and good. And I think that's good for their confidence, and I think they'll do well on the night of the performance. And you couldn't get anybody gooder and lemons, and they are fantastic young men.
And I same here, Sean. I really think Corey, Claire and Keelan Claire are really coming so well, and they just came really confident, and the two of them are just amazing.
I've been to a few of the rehearsals and have seen all the children from the Derry area in the school for training and for their programmes, and it is amazing. It's absolutely fabulous to have them all here. And the work that is being done with them, they love it, they absolutely love it, they're all 100% committed. And it's involving children from right across the whole community. There's mainstream, grammar, secondary, primary, special schools. It's just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And it's lovely to be involved in it, and I am so proud of the children in Foyelview, particularly the children with profound and multiple learning difficulties who have had this opportunity, because it doesn't often come along for them.
I think one of the things that is fantastic about the producers making this project is that children from mainstream, if there's such a word, schools are coming into Foyleview. So they're physically having to come through the door. And then the first week we were all in the room for the same time. And it sort of struck me that maybe that hasn't really happened before. That there was such sort of integration. And I've noticed then in working with the children at Foyleview, like we had a workshop this morning, their level of focus was fantastic. And the same with the children from mainstream. It feels like they're sort of all supporting each other, and you can see little differences on a daily basis.
Share the forest, share the field, share the sword and share the shield, share the shore, share the soil, let the soil.
I mean, in a way it was great to get into the theatre just because it informs a lot. So because we have 4 entrances and exits, I've been doing a lot of kind of stage management-y stuff, logistics about how to get people on and off, and which is always part of the job.
I think it's been a completely inspirational project. From, when I arrived, it was obviously being rehearsed in the school, and I was seeing it with a piano, and to go from there to rehearsing the orchestra, who are a mixture of professionals and young people from Derry. To see that progression up to where we are now has been phenomenal, and they have all done an amazing job.
we are here, D-Day has arrived, and I think it's fair to say that it's been very hard work, but very, very rewarding for both the staff and the pupils involved in the process. It feels a bit surreal sitting in the venue now with all this going on, people sweeping the stage, and you know, the cast are out back and they're getting ready for their dress rehearsal. So it's been hard, but it's been really rewarding, and I think we have met more than what we set out to do, and that's very evident when you sit back and watch how far these pupils have come.
Looking forward to the show and we're going to put on tonight and produce, and I think it's really good. We have a nice audience to watch us, and having Richard Stilgoe, which is the director and composer of the musical, and Brian Webb, and I think Keelan here on my side is very coming out of his shell, and he's really built his confidence, and I think he will do fantastic tonight at the show.
This is indeed a very big day because we open in 4 hours. So, you know, we're still rehearsing, we've still got things to do, but I think it's shaping up well. But it's make or break time, so I can't believe the time has flown past, you know, and we're at the final moment. You know, they've got the costumes on, the orchestra's here, we're in the venue, but that's exciting.
Well, from rehearsals we really had nothing, and it's been building itself up throughout the whole 8 weeks, and now we're finally here with a fantastic show, fantastic lights, fantastic crew, cast, everything's been brilliant.
It's been amazing. The director, Conor and Myrna, have been amazing to work with, and I love the people who are doing it too. I've made so much friends, and I'm really sad it's going to finish today.
Because of the way we had to rehearse, they were different groups, so there was the elves, the gossips, the people from Foyleview, all doing different things. So actually having them in the same building and trying to coordinate them has been very difficult. We've had a lot of help, so that's the major challenge. But the kids, in terms of putting on costumes and singing the songs and actually working with the orchestra, have been fantastic.
I can't wait to see all the parents, see all of us.
It's a good confidence builder, no? Really confidence builder, and you learn more doing it.
I've been practicing, getting my lines, music right, getting the lyrics right, getting to know the lyrics. So it's kind of iffy, kind of scared and kind of alright, if you know what I mean. So
the integration has been fantastic. I couldn't be prouder of the kids actually. And if I'm going to take one thing away from the entire project, it's got to be the way kids are just kids. You know, there should be no separation in any way. So when you put them all in a room saying let's make something together, they just make it.
It's been amazing. I've seen kids grow in confidence, and I've seen the impact it's had on individuals. And the one thing that, in terms of the journey, from my own personal point of view, is I would love these children to take with them for the rest of their lives something very important, and it's the whole message behind Lenanshee, that you have to guard your heart, you have to guard it well, you have to keep it open, you have to keep it free, and you have to watch out for prejudice. And I hope they take that with them for the rest of their lives.